Yeah, so far pick and ban is on the way, and Maokai, LeBlanc, Lucian, and Elise haven't taken away. Nothing too out of the ordinary, I guess. I mean, the LeBlanc and the Maokai are weird as bans, but Lucian just taken away from Kitty, and Elise are taken away from Kirai. I wouldn't be surprised if Nidalee gets banned away from Kirai as well. But perhaps they want to take away Cassiopeia from Coscu. Nope, it's going to be the Syndra actually. So a lot still available here for both teams. A lot of strong picks are available. So I wonder where the priority lies here for Lachende Gerdas, as they have first pick as blue side.
And, well, they have a few options here, but they decide to go for that Nidalee indeed. I mean,
Okay.
let's be honest, it's Nidalee, put Kirei on Nidalee, and the jungle is not a safe space.
Nope, it definitely isn't. And yeah, I mean it's just a regular pick. Doesn't give too much away about strategy or whatsoever. Mr. Tang isn't too worried. I think he played Graves last week as well. Week 1. No, actually, but yeah, no, it was last week. His performance was okay. He went 0, 2, and 4, but they played against Sector 1, so it was a pretty tough matchup, I suppose. But nevertheless, I think I kind of remember his Graves to be pretty okay. They matched it up with the Brahms, so strong support for them. And now it's going to be up to Lachende Gerdas to respond and show a bit of more of their hand. And I wouldn't be surprised if Coscu pulls out the Cassiopeia, seeing as Syndra has been banned away.
Yeah, and this is what we've been talking about last game as well, about the Cassiopeia not seeing that much play, except for, I believe, 2 or 3 actual players in the Benelux. And, yeah, like you said, Coscu is one of them.
Yeah.
So I would not be surprised if Kirei decides to just lock in that Cassiopeia right now.
Yeah, it is actually Kirai who's hovering it, which is strange. So they're probably still discussing, trying to figure it out. But yeah, Ezreal being locked in for Kitty, and it is going to be the Cassiopeia here for Coscu. So this kind of means trouble, perhaps. Kirai on his beloved Nidalee and Coscu on that Cassiopeia.
And then Kitty on Ezreal. Your favorite, right? You love the Ezreal.
I'm gonna send a mail to Riot. Please nerf Ezreal. I'm gonna be on the bottom of the list of all the whining mails they probably receive. But
Vito, please.
Yeah, but I mean, the champion's good. We've seen some pretty solid performances, so I won't complain too much. But yeah, a pretty strong lineup so far out of Lachende Gerdas. So we're gonna look at the response here. The Jhin is being picked up and Rye is being hovered. Gonna double check and see a Phantom. Is it one of his main champions? Doesn't really look like it.
Could be a top lane Rise. Technically, well, he has a few of them. In ranked mode.
Oh, so. Yeah.
And has been doing relatively well with him.
Yeah, he actually has been practicing. Yeah, ranked plus some custom games as well. So they have been trying it out. Seems like he has quite some success on it, actually. Pretty good KDA overall, from what I can see. So it's definitely not so bad. So he really wants to show that he can win against Coscu on the Cassiopeia. So going to use the Rise for it. And final champion pick here, the Yasuo. I wouldn't, yeah. Okay, I was going to say, I wouldn't be too surprised because Morser really loves playing the Yasuo.
Yeah, and to be fair, like, I have to knock up from Alistar. This is going to be great. And Messiah, thinking again, you can't pick that one, Messiah. Messiah, please switch. You can't pick that one. That will.
He's having a bit of fun, I suppose. So we're waiting on their top laner, most likely, because I do not expect that Rise to go to the top lane. Traitor, yeah, what's he going to... He could play Poppy, perhaps, as one of the champions he likes to play. Gives him another sort of disengage ability alongside with the Braum ulti. So that's maybe possible. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know if he'll be able to deal with the Yasuo, though.
Yeah, well, we'll just have to find out. Messiah now hovering over Poppy. Poppy is relatively tanky, so could theoretically hold off Yasuo for a long time. But it unless they suddenly put Yasuo in the jungle, but I seriously doubt that.
It's not going to happen. No, but there you have it. So teams all locks in. And I think that Lachende Gerdas is going to be pretty happy with that draft right now. They did get most of their favorite champions, I suppose. So they'll be happy. Not so sure if UnchartedGaming is going to be that happy. They did get a couple of their good picks, so they did practice that Rise, so they're going to put that one into play. Traitor plays a lot of Poppy, so he'll definitely won't have a problem playing that one in the top lane. And let's see, Zephyr, he plays a lot of Jhin as well, and Braum is a good support for Tikka Masala, as he wants to be called. And so, in any case, both teams really get the champions they like to play. So now it's up to skill level to see which one takes it away here.
Exactly. All right, so with about 3 minutes remaining, final game of the evening. Kronos, we've seen some really good games, some really close games, but most of them were decided at a Baron buff fight. I'm assuming this one will also be exactly the same.
It definitely could be. I mean, the second game was pretty quick. That one got kind of crazy with the Ari Elise combo. So maybe Kirai can put down the same pressure. Maybe Mr. Tan can do so. But yeah, that one was really decided by jungle pressure mostly. But yeah, I mean, if it comes to that Baron, it could be one of the deciding factors once again, as we have seen so many times here at the ESL Benelux.
Yeah, and if we're looking at I'm very curious to see how hard what Lachende Gerdas is going to do. I mean, they've been getting all their the champs that they really like. Marshall got his Yasuo, Kirai got his Nidalee, Cassiopeia towards Coscu. I'm not sure about Kitty, but I believe Kitty is also a big fan of Ezreal. And then finally, you Suicast getting Yalistar to complement Morsu's Yasuo. If I were the team that's facing them in UnchartedGaming, I would be very afraid right now.
Yeah, I mean, they are the reigning champions, and most of them are well known within the Benelux scene for League. So yeah, it is kind of to be expected that they might be afraid a little bit. However, that is not the right way to go into the match, of course. I mean, you need to go in there with a clear head and just try to play out your regular game plan. Because if you let something like that go to your head, you'll play a bit more safe and not take the kind of risk that you usually would take. That will probably actually get you the lead. So,
yeah, the issue with playing too safe is, of course, that well, you might not be going backwards. Your opponents will be going forward, and that's the thing. If you stand still, you're actually going backward because everyone else is moving forward. So that is something to keep in mind. But we'll have to see. UnchartedGaming, bottom of the barrel, bottom of the scoreboard. The only team that currently has 0 points. So if they lose, they will also be the only team that has 0 points, or they will be able to get on equal footing with, I believe, Pariah, Easy Visualize, and Asterion, if I am not mistaken. And then, of course, we have Amcon at the top with 9 points. So that's a thing. Yeah. In the meantime, though, final time I'm going to say it tonight. Tickets are still available for the finals. If you head over to eslbenelux.nl, and you can find a big button that will direct you to the link where you can buy some tickets for the finals, which will be held at the Amsterdam Arena. Lots of fun. Make sure to come meet me and Kronos, because we will most likely be there. And make sure to just say hi. And of course, if you enjoy Hearthstone and CSGO, we will also have those tournaments later this week. Continuing week number 3, I believe it's Hearthstone on Wednesdays and CSGO on Thursdays, or the other way around.
I think the other way around.
It's the other way around. Okay.
Yeah.
So Hearthstone on Thursdays and of course CSGO on Wednesdays. Lots of fun. Also, make sure to watch and enjoy. But right now, we're heading on to the Rift. We have Morsu, Kirei, Coscu, Kitty, and Kaz on the side of Lachende Gerdas in the blue trunks, and on the other side we have Traitor, Tang, Phantomless, Zephyr, and Messiah from Uncharted Gaming trying to knock down the reigning champions.
Yeah, and we do see them moving into position. By the looks of it, it's going to be a pretty safe start from both sides. Just going to set up around those jungle entrances and just going to not take too many risks and be sure that they head safely into the laning phase. So it is going to be an interesting matchup. I do hope that Uncharted put up a good game. They definitely would need, well, they could really use the points here because they are, as you said, at the bottom of the table. But it's going to be a tough battle against the reigning champions here of last season.
Heck.
I think you were cutting out.
Exactly. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll need to fix that. But yeah, both teams very passive, like you said, and well, starting items, nothing too special. Basically, everything the way it usually is.
Yeah. So we do see that Mr. Tang is gonna head up to that top side. Gonna start at the usual positions here. Top lane is having to help. I wonder if Uncharted is gonna go for that Gromp. Yeah, does look like it. They weren't really in position for it, so I was kind of doubting if they were. So both bottom lanes are gonna get cap at level 1. And yeah, it should be safe sailing for now. It's gonna be waiting until the junglers come into play. We always see Kirai going pretty aggressive, but Mr. Tang as well on their Graves tends to go pretty ham. So I wonder if he can make a move in time to help one of his lanes get ahead of the Lachende Gerdas.
For now, bottom lane, Kitty trying to keep up with Zephyr. Zephyr already level 2. Kitty now also meeting, or at the very least matching him. Nicely done here once again. Switching to the top lane. While switching to the top lane, you can see Morso doing a lot of work, but in the bottom lane, Yasuika's going very aggressive here onto Messiah. Can Messiah actually go? No, not yet, but oh, nice flash by Zephyr. Zephyr stays alive by flashing the headbutt, and both of them, yeah, just barely alive, and this is very good, very good.
Yeah, it was pretty close, and in the end, it is a team of Lachende Gerdas who won in terms of summoners, so just Gas, who used both his summoners to win the fight. Oh, here's Kirai in the bot lane.
Yeah, Kirai looking for the fight, but can he actually take down Messiah? Messiah, but one more hit, that's all it takes. No, not going to happen. Top lane,
oh,
same
no,
time, Tang, and that's first blood going over to Mr. Tang.
Yeah, Morso really didn't expect Mr. Tang to be there because he kind of knew that he started on the top side, but Mr. Tang deciding to go for the gank instead of completing his jungle route. So now he's gonna get his blue buff stolen away, but did get first blood, and now Coscu in trouble in mid lane.
Yeah, Coscu takes a lot of damage. His son comes in as well. Phantomless trying to chase him down. One more hit, but Yasuika's is there to defend him. But yeah, Morso really needs to be careful. He needs to ward a lot deeper. Oh, this is interesting.
Oh, no.
Mr. Tang getting baited out, and immediately everyone jumping right on top of his face. Does Mr. Tang have to flash? Yes, he does. Okay. But he's still being hunted. You can see Kirai moving into position and decide to let him back away and just take the wolf camp instead. So yeah, Morso really he has no ward coverage whatsoever in the top lane.
Nope, and he keeps on pushing up there against Traitor. So it's a bit of a risky move there for him. It is kind of what he's known for, to do a lot of split pushing. So he wants to keep this pressure up right now against Traitor. So yeah, a lot of early aggressiveness coming out of Mr. Tang. Wants to get that early lead, but kind of being punished by Kirai. So he's going to lose his buff, and he is going to be behind in farm. Even though he picked up that first blood gold, they are behind in gold overall. So that is a bit of a problem. And they kind of need to recover from that.
Yeah, but it's going to be incredibly hard. Look at the bottom lane, Kitty, 12 CS ahead in less than 4 minutes. And if this keeps up, she will, Kitty will be doubling up on at the very least on the amount of CS that Zephyr has. And he has already picked up a, well, a Tear of the Goddess, so he's already building
Yeah.
towards that mid game.
Yeah. So indeed, here the goal is picked up for Kitty, and Zephyr went for that call because he had to head base after that trade that happened earlier.
Oh,
So
Kirai finds Mr. Tang. This is going to be interesting. Kirai trying to take Mr. Tang down, but now he needs to be a little bit careful. Straightner is moving in as well. Morsu needs to be very careful, but he has Kirai there to assist. But yeah, the thing about this game is that it is quite salty because there are so many tiers involved.
it definitely is. 3 have been bought out already, and look at those movements there from Lachende Gerdas. They really want to take control of the jungle from Mr. Tang. So he is really being forced to play a bit more safe. He's being spotted out by so many wards in that top side. So it's good for him that he's moving towards that bottom side. However, it does make it a bit predictable. Kitty and Gas should be expecting him to come near them in a minute or so. So they need to be wary of that. Already pinging out the Gromp, as you can see. So they want to make sure that they can follow his movements.
Yeah, and he's early enough they actually found out that there is a ward. So good warding there once again. Mr. Tang moving into position. He knows his Oracle is about to run out, so he's thinking about taking down the ward, but focuses his attention on the Gromp instead, and the Gromp resets. So Mr. Tang completely thrown out of his rhythm by the team of Lachende Gerdas.
Yeah, so that's really unfortunate for him. You see Cass backing away from that brush, so it's not being spotted out. So Zephyr and Tiki Masala will not go too aggressive just yet, because they kind of expect him to still be there. And that gives them a big advantage. Morsu gets locked down under his own turret, but will try to fight back. It's pretty low though.
Taking his time though, but he needs to be a little bit careful here. Morsu looking to try and get the turret to focus down Traitor. Traitor is out of mana though, so that might be the thing that Morsu needs. But Morsu first needs to get the knock-up. You can see Kira and Kaz, they're moving in. This is going to be very close. Kaz moving in to get... he's actually in front of Traitor. Traitor forced to flash. Kaz actually went for the auto attack. If he was a little bit faster, he could have headbutted. But now Kaz with the chase. 1 hit, come on. 2 hits, 3 hits. It is going to be the kill, but can he actually now get away from Mr. Tang? That's going to be the next question. It's going to be a little bit hard. Mr. Tang will get the quick draw in 4 seconds. 3, 2. Here's Morsu. Morsu's thinking about it. Morsu decides to back away. Yeah, Kira actually took 1 tower shot too many, I think, in the background.
Yeah, I think definitely. Oh, Kitty just had to flash that to get away from the snare from Zephyr, and yeah, that was pretty close. Cass, of course, with those mobility boots, was able to get away once the passive effect kicked in. So also wisely backed off because he was quite certain that Cass will be able to escape safely. But Costco in trouble perhaps. Gets a nice ulti
he will
down.
be able to escape this one. Very close. Very close.
Good movements there.
Yeah. This is basically what we've been seeing all game long. A lot of movement by both teams. Looking at the gold count right now, massive lead in the top lane in terms of CS for Morsu as Kire comes in to just annoy Mr. Tang a little bit. If that spear actually hit, he could have gone in but decided to back away. But gold count wise, Lachende Gerdas, even though they are 1 kill behind, they are 1000 gold ahead just based on CS.
Look at that Cass just not allowing Phantomless to go back easily. Still wants to deny it actually, but it is going to put a lot of pressure onto that mid lane turret. They won't take it down just yet, but it will do a lot of damage and perhaps... Oh no. Okay, so Koski is just going to back off and make sure he gets his items. But Kirai still on the counter jungling business. Takes away another Gromp here.
And gets a hit onto Messiah, but not really that powerful yet. And so it continues, and this is what we expect from Lachende Gerdas. They are slowly but surely getting their enemy in a stranglehold while playing it safe. Like the thing is with Lachende Gerdas, if they want to finish first, they need to win everything from now on, because else they're not going to be able to catch up to MCon and Sector 1. So that's the
nice flash engage there on Zephyr in the bottom lane.
Oh my word, beautiful engage indeed, but immediately Messiah coming in. and he's going to be assisting Zephyr as best as he can. Curtain Call coming out, cast 1 hit, 2 hits, 3 hits, but now they need to be careful because it's a 3-man push in that bottom lane. There are no additional reinforcements that they can draw on, so now they just need to hold it as best as they can, because losing a turret right now would be disastrous. Mid lane though, Kirei looking, but unable to find anything as the bot lane siege continues, and actually forcing Kitty to use Intrusive Barrage just to clear out the minions.
Yeah.
But there's still no reinforcement in the bottom lane.
It does help them defend it for now, so we do see Mr. Tang going to back off. Not want to take the risk of staying there for too long. And I mean, Kirai well, he did punish him for the fact that he ganked the bottom lane. He took away another camp. So every single time Mr. Tang gets spotted on the map, we see Kirai invading, taking away a camp, and that has just brought him this massive 20 CS lead at the 11-minute mark. For a jungler, that's pretty insane.
Yeah, exactly, and that it looks like it's just getting worse and worse for Mr. Tang here. It's going from bad to worse, and Kirei is now already right on top of him. If Kirei actually finds him with a spear, it's going to be one dead Tang, and just look at the damage being dealt. 1 hit, that's all it takes. There we go, 1 down. Now Messiah tried to come in, but he can't really do anything, but because he came in, he actually put himself in harm's way, and now he's taking a lot of damage. They do manage to take down Kirei, just recast going way too deep, and will go down. And now Coscu, will he actually get taken out? 1 more hit, that's all it takes, and oh, it's... I'm not sure if it was a bait or not, but now in the top lane as well, Morshu versus Traitor, and Morshu has to run away as fast as he can.
Oh no!
Still go down. Yeah. I'm not sure if it was a bait or if it just was a little bit over eagerness from coming out from Lachende Gerdas.
I guess a bit of both. They went a bit too hard. Yeah, Costco really wants to go for that kill onto the bottom lane of Uncharted. He got a nice ulti, but the Masala did get his ulti in response quite quickly, so Costco wasn't able to follow it up with a lot of damage straight after while being hit by that turret. So that just got him in a load of trouble. The rest of his team tried to answer it by going for the dive themselves, but in the end it just gave them even more of an issue there. Yeah.
And that's basically what they need to try and avoid for now, though. Kaz coming in from the rear onto Vandalus. Vandalus getting knocked into the air and dead. This Kaz, I don't know what he's been eating, but sheesh, it's ridiculous. He comes from any direction. You are never safe when it comes down to Kaz.
Yeah, trying to make the moves to get his team ahead. So they made a couple mistakes here. While Morse was in some trouble once again, but Tracer is out of mana, so he's gonna be safe for now. But now Kitty on his own, 1 versus 2.
Oh no, it's Mr. Tang actually in the middle lane, even worse. Also going down, both of them going down actually. There are 2 fights happening at the same time. This is quite intense. We have 2 fights at the same time. This is getting a little bit out of hand, but yeah.
But, I mean, this time once again Uncharted got the better of that one because they did kill Kitty. Mr. Tang managed to survive. We do see that Lachende Gerdas are pushing onto the mid lane, but it's going to be answered by the bottom lane turret. Ooh, who's going to get the first one? Because it is going to be first turret bloods, and it is Uncharted is going to pick that one up. So that really helps him. I mean, it gets him a lot of gold back. They're only 1200 behind right now, and yes, it isn't. It definitely isn't all lost just yet because, yeah, Lachende Gerdas are just making a bit too many mistakes right now.
Yeah, that's the issue. This comes down to how the Lachende Gerdas play. If they know that they're better, they play worse. It's in their minds because they excel when they're being pressured, and they don't feel pressured by UnchartedGaming. And that's not to say that Uncharted isn't pressuring them. It's more they don't feel pressured like that, and that's telling in the way they act, telling in the way they engage. There's no safety. It's all in, and well, the thing is, at this rate, the psychological part is going to come into play, and then we'll have a massive issue on our, or rather they will have a massive issue on their hands, as it is going to be Kaz moving into Messiah and Phantomless. Phantomless getting kicked away, Kaz getting locked up, he will go down, and now they're on to Mr. Tang. Mr. Tang might actually go down, but Kire gets exhausted. Mr. Tang has already gone down, that Foscu in a lot of trouble. And they do manage to actually get it Brown. Was that the Runeblade? The Runic Echoes, yes. It took down Brown, wow.
That's pretty insane, and now Uncharted tries to push down, and Morsu wants to stop them, but now he's in a 1 versus 3 scenario.
And he's dead, yeah, now he needs to run away as fast as he can, but he gets locked up, and what can I say? After they lost Alistar, they shouldn't have continued. It was more than enough to just kill Mr. Tang, but they had to go deeper, and it just hurt them even more. Now Zafir taking a lot of damage there from a hit by Kire. And Lachende Gerdas is just throwing this game away at the moment, even though they are way ahead in pretty much every statistic.
Yeah, so it is a bit maybe a bit annoying when every time this happens. I mean, it feels like Lachende Gerdas are not always putting in the efforts they're supposed to, or well, that they're capable of. Because we saw them doing so well during the early phase, and now they're just throwing away a lot of their leads. But still, they're still ahead, but it's really not necessary to give away that much.
It feels like Lachende Gerdas had a good opportunity to run away with this game, but they've decided to give it back, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what their intention is with this, but yeah, it's definitely not the Lachende Gerdas that we've seen at the finals last season as well. So I wonder if the online environment is actually hurting them more than it should. As Jin is in a lot of trouble, Zephyr will go down. Yeah, will go down. Messiah tried to come in, but was a little bit in a wrong position. Couldn't use the Unbreakable to block all the damage, and as a result, that was the end of Zephyr. Meantime, Lachende Gerdas now finally shifting into overdrive, looking to take down a turret and slowly extend their lead. Dragon hasn't been picked up yet, but I guess that's also partly due to the fact that it's a Cloud Dragon, as usual. In the top lane, Coscu pushing that turret, bombing away at it, and that's going to enhance their gold lead by another 1,000 up to 4,000 gold in the pockets. Looking at the goals, well, actually we have another fight breaking out here. It just keeps going. Like now, I'm getting a feeling that Uncharted really wants to get a fight going before the team of Lachende Gerdas goes back to get some more items.
Yeah, they really want to make use of the fact that they're trying to set up a split push, and they want to answer it one way or the other. They want to either try and pick off a fight. But they just haven't been able to, so now there's going to be pressure in the bottom lane from Morsu, who is going to do just a bit of pushing. I don't think he's going to go too far, seeing as he has already died 3 times and has not really helped with any of the kills from Lachende Gerdas. So he's just going to play it safe, got some more gold for his items, and he'll be heading off back to base. And we do see some pressure on that dragon, but it was really just Kirai trying to pick it up for free, maybe, but not really able to do so.
And yeah, it's just for now though. It seems as if the Lachende Gerdas are like, okay, we're about at 20 minutes. Let's do some more than we did before. And to be fair, even if Morsu died 3 times, he still has a massive CS lead over his direct opponents. So that's also a thing to keep in mind. He's not even that far behind in terms of gold, only 300 gold. And that just boils down to the fact that they did get those big objectives on the map. Now Kire looking to get a few pokes in, but still not there. And I like what Uncharted is doing here. 5-man push into the middle lane. Just takes the turret down, gets himself a lot of gold.
Yeah, Lachende Gerdas kind of allows them to push that in because they have Morsu in the top lane. They did throw a lot of mystic shots and javelins onto the team of Uncharted, but couldn't really capitalize onto that and translate it into a kill. And Morsu also really wasn't able to do much pushing on that top lane. But however, they are going to go for a fight there in bot lane.
Oh my word, the damage there onto Messiah was incredible, but Messiah actually survived this one, and now they're looking to turn it around here as Mr. Tang is slowly but surely moving in. They pushed in so far. The tower is actually firing on them, and Messiah down to 100 hit points. One hit, that's all it takes to take him down, but they just didn't get that kill. But at the very least, they opened up another lane for Morsu. Morsu pushing in the top lane, Traitor moving in. Can't quite make it happen, and Kirei now looking to toss out one of these spears, but again, can't quite land it.
Yeah, they still want to get this bottom lane turret though. Are they going to risk too much for it? See Mr. Tang trying to defend it. Kirei is
Koskyu gets lots up, but he will be able to back away, and that miasma is so good. Blocks all movement abilities. You can see how Koskyu is just immediately backing away. Oh, actually, never mind, he's backing away, but here's Traitor. Hello! There's the hammer, immediately jumping straight into cast, and Koskyu wants to back away as fast as he can. Collateral damage coming out as well. Koskyu still backing away. Will he actually get stunned? Well, he gets slowed, but now he gets a little bit more movement speed from his... no, not going to happen. His Q gave him the movement speed, but it wasn't enough. And now ESL has to run away. He fortunately has his boots of mobility, so he will get that massive speed bonus.
Yeah.
He's taunting his opponents to follow him. And yeah, Morsu, I'm not entirely sure what Morsu was trying to do, giving away his position like that. Now heading towards the lane, will get a lot of dash targets, but will Morsu be able to escape this one? There's the dash onto Morsu. Morsu with his own dash perhaps. 1, 2, no, not 2. Rune Prison, goodbye Morsu. And that should be one that Morsu trying his best. Oh, he gets knocked up actually, now onto Tang, but he almost got Mr. Tang in that 1 versus 4 situation.
Yeah, still an impressive amount of damage.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, good effort there from Phantomless with the Realm Warp, trying to get in behind the team of Lachende Gerdas and Kirei. Maybe in some trouble, but he has support there from Kaz. So should be quite alright. Actually turning it around now onto Traitor.
Yeah, but Kirei needs to be very careful. Exhaust going down to Traitor. They do manage to take down Phantomless as Kitty joins in the fight, and now they can actually start working on all the champions there. Here's the curtain call. Kitty gets hit once, gets hit twice. Maybe 3 times. No, not going to happen. The 4th one also misses down onto Traitor. Traitor in a lot of trouble. Kitty actually gets hit by the damage from Jin. Now needs to be careful. He's still burning. 8 hit points remaining on Kitty. That is nothing. Absolutely nothing. 1 burns.
Oh wow!
Suicast actually goes down here. So no, not going to happen. Trusha Bryce also not going to hit Traitor. Was close, but all in all, oh, is Morsu really thinking about Baron?
Apparently so. They do have the Cassiopeia, so they can clear it off pretty quickly.
But Cassio actually got spotted out by the ward there. They have a ward there in the little brush, so immediately you can see how everyone on the team of UnchartedGaming is moving in as fast as they can. But they're too slow. They're not getting there in time. And Baron Usher goes over to the team of Lachende Gerdas. I think that they could have made it. I think they could have fought over it, but it's surprising that they didn't.
Yeah, it would have taken them a lot to challenge that one. I think they realized too late that the call was made by Lachende Gerdas to go for that Baron. So excellent move by them, and that really gives them a huge lead. So, well, once again, you pointed out before the match, we're gonna probably see a Baron fight. Well, it wasn't really a fight. It has been taken though, and now the question remains: is that gonna mean that it's gonna be the end of the match within a couple minutes, as we've seen so often?
Well, it is Lachende Gerdas, and they have 2 champions that can split push really well. They have Yasuo for the 1v1s, and of course he has his teleport available, and they have Nidalee, who's also very capable at split push situations by being able to get to... Yeah, I don't know, it's a nice push here. Big minion wave in the middle lane, looking for the tower. Tower will just go down, there's no doubt about that. 4-man push there, Trusha Barrage only hits Zephyr. And immediately turret will be going down, immediately the fight may be breaking out. Messiah using the Glacial Fissure, Kirei trying to jump in, Kirei forced the flash out of there. And in the meantime, it is still in the bottom lane as Morsu keeps pushing. Traitor just gets obliterated. Traitor was so tanky. He's the tankiest member of their team, but he went down anyhow. ESL is desperately trying to escape as Morsu, in this bottom lane, will be getting a full minion wave to assist him in taking down this turret. So now they need to fight on 2 fronts. Bottom lane turret, but also mid lane turret. And Phantomless is down to half hit points. This could be dangerous for Phantomless, but Morsu backs away. And so they continue middle lane now. Tower 90%, 80%. Messiah still blocking everything with the Ungrateful. Cannot
Moasu!
survive long enough. Moasu bottom lane. Well, he went a little bit too deep there and actually took a lot of damage from Phantomless, but that was a very close fight right there. Now in the middle lane, that inhibitor turret, inhibitor is actually going to go down. Bottom lane's next target, and that's going to be 2 inhibitors of 1 Baron. And I'm assuming that they're going to be backing away. Yeah, they're just going to leave that inhibitor for now. And Messiah taking so much damage just from 1 hit. It goes down.
Oh man.
Petrifying gaze with the Traitor jumping onto Coscu. Coscu trying to survive. There's a beautiful shield from the Archangel staff, but it's not going to be enough. And there's a double kill. Actually, they're turning it around. Phantomless will go down. That's a triple. That was a massive fight, and that should be game. They still have Baron buff, so that's going to stay there for a few more moments. As the minions push in the middle lane, they just decide, okay, we'll go straight towards their Nexus turrets. This could be the end. With the respawn time, 30 seconds. Yeah, this is going to be game. It is going to be the team from Lachende Gerdas game of the evening, and they will put themselves on the scoreboard 2 games won. And yeah, after not fielding a team last week, they did fantastic. UnchartedGaming still 0 points out of 3 matches and, well, close to elimination.